You want to go?
Let's do it.
Straight at the face-off?
Yeah, right off.
Good luck to you, sir.
You're going to need it.
Hockey Week!
About the goaltending tandems that you have in the league right now, and who do you go with? I have a list of teams here with their goaltenders, and I want to hear from you who you think should start, and I will tell you who I think should start in each of these situations. Philadelphia Flyers. Antero Niittymaki, Marty Biron, or Robert Esch?
Is Esch still alive?
He's still there.
I'm not sure about that.
I think he's with the Phantoms. He's with the Phantoms playing down. He's playing down right now.
Right now, I'd say Biron. Biron has become a much more solid goaltender than he was. I didn't think that much of him. Whenever there wasn't a very good Buffalo team ahead of him, and I guess that skews the position, but right now he is definitely the most consistent of those three.
Well, Ryan Miller did come in and play in the earlier portion of that Sabres career, you know, in the early, well, new millennium. But Marty Biron definitely came up and cleaned up the pieces. But, all right, let's move on to our next team. Toronto Maple Leafs, Vesa Toskala, or Andrew Raycroft?
You get a garbage can out of row C, and you throw that in the net.
All right.
That would do a better job.
Honestly, Toskala had a good game against Toronto or against Buffalo the other night.
Even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
All right. That's your perspective.
There are cartoons. I forget what the guy's name is, Ken Miller or something like that. But he does these phenomenal political cartoons for hockey, and there's just one that's hilarious about Toronto goaltenders crying, and then they're talking about how they shoot on us and how they block shots at us and how they deflect them in, and that's just our defense. Toronto is in such sad shape because the ownership won't pony up the money. They give just enough money so that the fans keep coming back. They don't care about winning. They care about bringing in the dough. That's all it's about.
And sideswiping that topic just slightly here, John Ferguson Jr., why are you still there as the GM? And Paul Maurice, why are you still a coach? Honestly, I think that it's going to come down.
Because they don't want to pay for someone more.
Exactly. Well, it's going to come down to whether or not it's going to be the Buffalo Sabres or the Toronto Maple Leafs that make the first GM firing, coach firing. I don't think that Lindy Ruff's to be blamed in Buffalo. I think
just a coach.
He's only working with what he's got.
Right.
Paul Maurice, on the other hand, he is stubborn, and it just shows what he did in Carolina. He just couldn't bury it to win a cup. So I think that Paul Maurice should be held somewhat responsible for this, but I honestly think it's John Ferguson Jr.'s fault.
Well, let's move on.
All right, Calgary Flames, Curtis Joseph or Mika Kiprusoff?
You keep Kipper in. Joseph has been out of the loop for far too long. He's going to take quite a few practices to get back up to even his speed, which was not that great. I mean, how old is he? He's got to be up there now.
All right, I'm going to skip this one. Let's go to Columbus here. Frederick Norrena or Pascal Leclerc?
I'd like to see more of Norrena, but Leclerc is definitely the better goaltender right now.
Well, he has the most shutouts this year in all goaltenders. I believe he has, what, 8 now?
He is on fire, and you know, as good as Norrena is going to be, as good of a prospect as he is, you have to play Leclerc. You can't punish a goaltender for doing well.
All right, I'm going to leave this one for second last. Colorado, Budaj or Theodore?
Josie Theodore should never play again.
Okay.
It's Budaj. Budaj should have it. Josie, no. I'm just going to go with that. Just no.
All right, Dallas, Mike Smith or Marty Turco?
You keep Turco in. He's been there every time except the playoffs. He becomes a different goaltender then, and during the regular season, you got to give it to him.
All right, final two. Detroit Red Wings, Chris Osgood or Dominic Hasek?
I want to see more Chris Osgood. Chris Osgood, he was a backup for so long. He won the Cup in '97 with Detroit.
Yes.
I mean,
the Flyers, was it?
That was against Washington, I believe.
I thought '97 was the Flyers with the sweep, and then the next year was Washington.
You know, you're right.
Because the Sabres played against Washington, lost to them in the conference finals in '98, and then
Washington came back. Yeah.
Flyers,
you're
97.
Right. You're right. Good call. Good call.
Sweep, sweep. Anyway.
What was that again?
Sweep, sweep.
Okay, just checking.
Okay.
No, you play Osgood. These old goaltenders. Dominik Hasek is not that consistent anymore. He's showing his age. He's going to have another groin pull. He's like a Dixie cup.
My groin.
You can use a Dixie cup for so long, but eventually it's just going to fall out the bottom.
I honestly don't think that guy has any bones in his body. But anyway, now the big one. I know, he is. Seriously. I think he's just like, the blob. He's just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Just like that. Anyway, moving on. Final team. This one's going to be tough. He's going to probably flip out and have a seizure. Pittsburgh Penguins. Ty Conklin or Danny Severin? Forget about Marc-Andre Fleury, kids.
You get the guy who sells the cotton candy. There's cotton candy here. You get that guy.
How did I know he was going to say that?
You put him in the net. Ty Conklin's doing well right now. I don't look for it to last. Use him up. You might as well. Go through it. Go through the Ty Conklin thing. When he starts to really blow it, okay.
You actually said you want Ty Conklin to start?
Because I don't think Danny Saverin's ready for it.
What?
Danny Saverin should be used sparingly. Ty Conklin, use him up.
Unbelievable.
Finish him.
Unbelievable, this guy.
You know the whole Dixie Cup thing I just said?
Yeah.
Let's use it till he falls through and he never plays again.
So you're waiting for the mouthwash to soak through and break?
Yeah. I want it to break so he never steps foot on the ice again. He retires and he's done. Done forever.
Well,
I'll be a happy man.
All right. So we're done with that topic. Oh yeah.
Yeah. How about we go to a commercial break?
All right. Let's go to. Well, actually, I'll throw out my tops. I'll throw out my picks really quick here. I want to say Baran. I want to say Andrew Raycroft because Toskala does not mesh well with the Toronto Maple Leafs. I honestly think he is a more West Coast style goaltender. I want to say that Curtis Joseph should get a crack at it. I really think so. Just to keep him warm, I really think that he should be given an opportunity to come about and show what he's made of. I mean, he had a year off. Well, 3/4 of a year off, rather. So I want to say Danny Saverin's the answer.
You really think so?
23 years old. I think he has a chance to do it. I really think so. I could be wrong.
Now, the main reason I say not to go Danny Saverin is because I look at Marc-Andre Fleury. He was thrown to the Wolves at the tender age of 19. They just threw him out there in front of one of the worst defenses in the league, and they said, "Oh, go play." The kid got scored on in his first shot ever. It was against the LA Kings. So, I feel bad for the kid. I don't want that to happen to Danny Saverin. We have had so many good goaltending prospects. There was a time when J.S. Aubin would have been a great goaltender. Same with Sebastian Caron. You look at Patrick Lalime. He went his first 16 games without a loss. That's a record that still stands. We have a tendency for destroying goaltending prospects, and I don't want to see it again.
I honestly think Marc-Andre Fleury is a fine goaltender, but
he is.
He just hasn't had his
He
day.
really has to come back and work on some of the basics. He's still developing.
Look at his performance in the World Juniors. He was a great goaltender, and he proved himself there, and that's why Pittsburgh was excited. Are you going to say the same thing's going to happen to Steve Mason with the Columbus Blue Jackets? I mean, Leclerc is definitely the front runner for a starting goaltending position. I think that Steve Mason should come in and play backup. So I really think that you can't really bash the kid too much. I really think you can.
No, I definitely don't think so. But, well, I think it's going to finish that up.
Never mind. I still have two more
you still have a couple more.
I say go with Chris Osgood. I say go with Theodore against his will. And I say give Mike Smith a chance. I like young goaltenders because young goaltenders are probably given too little of a chance to come out and prove themselves. I mean, granted, we saw Marc-Andre Fleury kind of ruin himself a little bit here and there. And I still think that, you're going to see players like Mike Smith come about as a strong goaltender after Marty Turco decides to quit. I mean, Detroit has to pick up a young goaltender. They really do. They have two ancient goaltenders. What if both of them go down with, rheumatoid arthritis, Honestly.
Well, that's why they have AARP. They got that nice pension plan and everything.
Oh, exactly. You got to love it. But I really think that Theodore is still a good goaltender.
I disagree. I think he's been done. They shattered his confidence in 2002, and it's been all downhill from there.
I think he did a fine job in Montreal, and he did a fine job in Colorado. And he's still doing a fine job. So, oh well. But anyway, let's take this opportunity to go to that commercial break you were talking about.
Yeah.
And we'll see you right back here, right after this.
Get off the couch!
Hockey Week is over. Here comes the Zamboni.